Why, hello there, how are you today? Awesome Soul here, and welcome to Skywanderers. Doesn't look like much, or does it? If we look up, we are on a ring world, complete with a hovercraft, a mech, another mech, a spaceship, another mech, a tiny spaceship, and a relatively large spaceship. So, if you've somehow missed the hubbub for this game, I've done actually a video covering this back when I learnt about it, and unfortunately, a couple days before I found out about the game, the Kickstarter had wrapped up. However, I actually managed to get in on the second, I think they called it Funding 2.0. Basically, it was just a small window where you could get the opportunity to fund the game yet again. I actually made a post about it on my Discord. So if you're not following me on Discord, then you probably missed out. Although there might still be a chance for you to get in to the pre-alpha. This is pre-alpha, I should warn you. There's not a whole lot to do, just creative mode, and there are a fair amount of bugs. But yes, so let's just start off by hopping in our mech here. This is player built, by the way. I mean, the dev made it. This is just kind of an example world. And there is a crude character customization that you can kind of do. For something early on, it's not bad. It's pretty good. So, we've got our little chicken walker here. I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to move the gimbal, because the gun is on a gimbal mount. I've seen it done in the videos the dev showed off, but for now, I'll just shoot it. Pew pew. Huh. I didn't know you actually moved your arm. It's interesting. Nice little touch there. But yeah, if anybody knows how to move the gimbal, I would love to know. Because, I don't know, it's very basic mech. But, I think that's it for the mech. Let's check out the hovercraft, which I'm not sure works as intended anymore. By the way, if you do pick up the game, F4 is how to go into third person. I was kind of confused by that myself. But yes, it is complete with 2 seats. And I think you can actually control it from either side. So there's a logic hatch. What if I press that? Oh, that's cool. Okay, cool. And you can come back here and... there's the logic. For all you programmers out there, or if you've played Minecraft and liked playing around with redstone, there is a rather complex logic system in the game. So you can do things like make a hatch, for example, or you could have wings that fold out, and you know, that's all using the logic system. Anyways, let's hop on in here, grab the steering wheel, and you'll see in the lower left, power's draining. I think this was actually built before they implemented the power system and the heat system. Heat is kind of health, from what I understand. Let's go into third person here and throttle up. Start speeding around. Let's see what the top speed of this thing is. Pretty fast. A little bit too fast, actually. Let's go back over here. So I don't think we need to go back with our chicken walker. Let's go and... some sweet air there. But that's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is to park beside this thing. This is more of a mech warrior style mech. I guess the what was it? They had distinct names for it. Yes, this was the Eastern style, sort of the mecha, and the Western style was for the more mech warrior style builds. So this is basically a walking tank. You actually go inside here into the hatch, and there is, from what I understand, a gunner seat too. This should close the hatch if we look up there. Very nice. So if you want a little co-op action, you can build your vehicle with that in mind, which is something really cool. Central, or control turret, rather. Okay. So I'm not sure we can actually turn it, unless I've got my controls messed up. I've actually played around with the controls, so I've probably messed something up, maybe, or maybe not. He says as he frantically mashes the keyboard. Doesn't look like it. So let's open the door back up and hop out of the seat and get into the driver's seat. Pull the hatch back down yet again. And what else do we have here? I think it's just the hatch controls. And of course, the joystick. So we've got the quad laser. I think this is a laser. And then the quad missile, which shoots one missile, but it's 4 blocks large, I guess. So, pretty snazzy looking mech. And again, you can make a mech just like this. You gotta just, you know, use the mech core. I haven't really designed anything yet. I've tried to play something, and then I immediately glitched through the map, and I decided I would just show off the creations instead of build my own. There is kind of a jump. I mean, I don't think it's meant to be an actual jump. It's just kind of, you know, you hover and you just sort of take to the sky. That's about it, though. So I think we... Interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. So apparently, if you stop controlling the mech while you're in the middle of free fall, you'll just stop in the air. Something that should hopefully be addressed by the time this game comes out. So, that's enough of the big stompy mech. Let's go and... you know what? Let's try out... Actually, let's show off this first. So, sadly, I have not had much luck attempting to pilot this thing. I don't know... Okay. Maybe it's just the angle I was coming at. So, here is the hatch. One of the other things you can do with logic, although I think you just have to hook this up to a rotating platform type thing, and it should fold up like so. There's a lot more difficult things. Like if you wanted to hook this switch up to do multiple things, I think you would need logic for that. So, here we are. There we go. So we've got the spinning chair here. I have seen this in one of the devs' videos. This is really cool looking. It's kind of like... I think it's actually based off of a ship from another game. I can't quite remember. So yes, here's the holo map. You can spin it around, I think. No. I know I have spun a holo map around, though. Maybe I just can't do it here. At the wrong angle, perhaps. No, I do want to get back in the chair. Okay. Turn that off. Ship. You've got your ship hologram. Okay, there we go. Now it's starting to work. So yeah, this will, from what I understand, show off the health of your ship. So if you've got like a wing damage, it should be in red, I think. Or like if you're missing a wing, it'd probably show up because it's based off of like a blueprint system. So I assume the ship core knows what it's supposed to look like, and if you're missing a wing, it'll just tell you that it should look like this, but you are a mangled mess at the moment. So let's take to the skies in third person, the way I like it. Throttle up. Looks like there is landing gear, actually. I don't know if I am... Well, that happened. Interesting. I think it should stop It looks like we're catching up, kind of. No, it's still going. Okay, let's try and get inside before this thing gets away from me. Luckily, we're just outspeeding it. Barely. And swivel the chair around. Oh my god. Okay, what's happening here? Now we're inside? This is weird. Again, guys, pre-alpha, expect things like this. That's what I was looking for. The landing gear. Okay, landing gear's down here. I don't think that does anything. The map. Yeah, we've seen all these before. Okay, cool. Cool. Although we are flying with the back open, but that's quite alright. So let's pull this thing around. Let's see here. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting things you can do with the controls. Like, you can actually sort of keybind your mouse to the controls, which is cool, so I can like pitch up and down using the mouse instead of the default W and S. The only thing I'm not 100% on is having to throttle up and down. I might have to rebind that, or maybe I could find a better way of doing it. Let's throttle up all the way to 100%. This is probably a bad idea, but we'll see. So what I do want to do now is go into the big mech. Let's throttle down here. Please stop. Please stop. And golden. Alright, let's align ourselves here. Swivel the chair around. And get out of said chair. Cool. Sure, let's close that up. So this one is really cool, the way you get in it. If you didn't see the original video that I did on this, it wasn't actually me playing, it was just one of the developers. But let's see if we can't find the seat. It's a little dark. I think that's the chair? Yes, it is. Okay. So, open backpack. Basically, it's the logic system. Seems fairly complex from what I've seen, although I haven't really played around with logic, so maybe that's child's play. But yes, the hatch. So the chest slides in, and then you can pilot it like so. So there's a camera in the head. You can actually look through the visor, so to speak. There are actually thrusters on the back. That's what that noise is. So let's take a nice pleasant stroll over to the other ship. This one actually has an interior to it, which is pretty cool. It's kind of like a stingray looking thing. So this style of mech, as you can tell, basically controls just like the player. Again, this is pre-alpha, so from what I've been told, the mech controls and how they pilot will change a little bit in the future. So they'll look more realistic, basically. But anyways, that's enough of this. Let's open up the door and hopefully not glitch out. Oh, I've glitched out. This happened last time, so I'm gonna have to break myself loose, sadly. Sorry, Mac. I know you're beautiful, but I do need to get on with my day. There we go. Thank you. Sorry about that, but I don't know. I'll just load the save again. Doesn't matter too much. So we've got little mini mechs here, which is cool as well. This one uses the same control scheme as the big one. It's just on a much smaller scale. So you don't have to always build super big with a mech. If you just want like a little mining pack, you could put like a mining laser on the back of this thing and maybe have a button where it folds out. That'd be kind of cool. It's rather slow though. I think the speed is based off of the leg length, although I could be wrong there. That should be enough of that. Let's get out and go into this ship. Though let's actually use the elevator. There we are. So we've got like a little cargo area back here. Purely aesthetic, at least for now. I don't know if they're going to add a cargo style system. They might, but I'd have to look into that a bit more. So we've got a whole bunch of buttons here. Some of them do stuff, some of them don't do stuff. This one, if I recall, is the lights. So we can turn the lights all the way down and have them more or less off, or I think that just toggles them. So there's quite a few things you can do with your ship. If you want to customize it to your heart's content, you can do that. So let's get this thing out of the way. This is very odd how it's designed. The cockpit is up there, but this is also the cockpit. So you get in the elevator and it takes you up to the top. Kind of cool, but I mean, it's a little odd. Like, you have to fold this up if you want to get to the front. But that's okay. So we've got our star map here. So I think I should be, yeah, I'm at a proper angle where I can actually spin this, and you can zoom in, and you can actually select the star you want to go to. So if you want to use your warp drive, which I think that is, you can click on a star you see you want to go to, and then it will toggle that in your warp drive, and then you can just use your warp drive and, well, warp right there. These are bunk beds, by the way, or at least they're supposed to be, but I don't think they actually have a purpose, at least yet. These washing machine looking things are not washing machines, by the way, they're just storage blocks. So let's call down the elevator, hop in the captain's seat, and bring ourselves up top. So what goodies do we have up here? Well, we've got the landing gear. So we can fold that up. We've got canopy. So if we wanted to somehow suffocate ourselves and completely depressurize the entire thing, then we can do that. I mean, there's no oxygen system in the game. I'm not sure if there will be, but because it seems like it would be pretty complex based on how it's set up. But for now, it's looking pretty good. So there is one more thing I do want to show off with this ship. It involves this guy, but for now, we have one last creation to show off. Bit of a smaller ship, but it's this guy over here. So we've got our seat up here. There we go. Cool. So what do we got? These aren't labeled. So that's interesting. The co-pilot seat has a couple more buttons, so it seems like this ship is meant to be piloted with two people mainly. I don't know what that does. Maybe landing gear? I don't know what that does either. No clue what this does. Well, interesting. Cool. It doesn't seem like there's much, but we've got our logic system here. It's pretty complex. Landing gear. Okay. So I guess maybe that's what that button was? I don't know, honestly. What are you? You're the star map. Okay, cool. I still have a lot to learn in this game. If you can't tell, I'm kind of exploring as we go here. Alright, so that's the gate. And as you saw, there are like aesthetic effect blocks. So, you know, if you want to have vents open up when you open your gate for more dramatic entrance, you can do that. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. I thought... Oh yeah, no, because I had to get back here. Never mind, I'm not crazy. There we are. Get in the seat, bring up the seat, and let's activate the warp drive. I think this should do it. I think this is it. Nope. Never mind. Oh, I think you have to actually activate it down here. There we go. Now we're entering warp drive. Bit of a weird setup there. You can't actually reach over properly to the warp drive controls when you're actually piloting. Bit of a misstep when it came to designing this thing, but oh well. So I do think we have our... Yeah, I think 350 degrees means it's up, which is kind of cool because the thruster, if we see here, there we are, going through the warp drive wormhole thing, and there we are. Oh, would you look at that? Huh. I didn't know that was there, actually. Alright, let's throttle up, and clip through the wall. There we go. Okay. So, now let's throttle up, because I realized I wasn't actually controlling it. And let's activate our hyperdrive so we can get over there. Alt is how you go to hyperdrive. Gotta be careful, though. You don't want to overshoot anything. There we are. So okay, hopefully we can actually get onto the ring. And we've clipped through it. Pre-alpha, everyone. Pre-alpha. But hey, we kind of made it. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say we made it. So let's throttle down and put the landing gear down. So landing gear are right there. Yeah, so that's what I was trying to say earlier. Basically, the thrusters are the landing gear, which is pretty cool. So we're obviously on the dark side of the ring here. But yeah, that will do it for now, because we are on a completely different ring world and we don't have access to any of the other stuff. Just get a nice little view of the sun here as we say goodbye, at least for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, I'll probably be doing more, at least when more updates come out. Of course, because, you know, we're on the dark side. The sun's probably down there. It's lighting that side. Smart. Anyways. Yeah, feedback would be nice. Do you like this game? Would you like to see more? Or, is this not something up your alley? If it is up your alley, by the way, make sure you check out the developer's YouTube channel. There should be a link to fund the game. It might be still active. I don't know. He didn't really say when the second round of funding will end. But yeah, basically, act while you still can. Jump on it. It's only 25 euros, which isn't too bad. But yes, rambling aside, with that, I of course have been the Awesome Soul. I thank you all so very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.